Hello, darlings, and welcome to Digimon Ghost Game. This is the podcast that's like a buffet for your ears, where you can hear all the Digimon takes you want. And, you know, just don't listen to so many Digimon takes all at once that, your ears turn into a fucked up shape and you become a ravenous beast who can only think of consuming podcasts. I'm Amory. My pronouns are they, she, he.
I'm Morg. My pronouns are they, he. And I've already stuffed myself full of podcasts, so I think I'm good to go. I think I'll make it through this. But if my ear stomach starts rumbling, I don't know where I was going with that.
Your ear stomach is just your brain, I think.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? Well, I hope my brain doesn't start rumbling. That sounds like more of a problem. I don't know what that would be. Maybe that's just like what happens when you have a migraine or something.
Ooh, yeah, you know.
Your brain's too hungry. I diagnose you.
Or is it too full? Because when you have a
maybe.
migraine, you don't want to see or hear anything.
Yeah, good point. You're like, I just want to be in a dark room.
Yeah?
But yeah, this is the episode about being hungry.
Mm-hmm. The second one about being hungry. Oh yeah, also, Elvir's not feeling well today, so... not sure if they will be joining us at any point throughout the episode, but they might just be asleep for the night. So, yeah, just us for now.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna talk about the Hungy episode.
Yeah. What was the last Hungy episode?
It was the Digitamamon one.
Oh, of course. Yes, where the Digimon themselves is Hungy. This is the one where the humans become Hungy.
So presumably Angoramon's just, you know, being re-traumatized in the background for the entire episode.
Good. Great. Awesome. At least he doesn't have to, like, kill the person eating too much.
Yeah.
That'd be very bad because, well, you'll see. But, it opens with... just this dude just, like, having ridiculous munchies. Like, he's just, like, at his fridge, and he cannot get full. He's just dumping whatever he can into his mouth.
Yeah, he smokes too much weed, and now he eat everything in the fridge.
Mm-hmm. Although this is very interesting weed, because it sure makes your mouth, dry.
Yeah, it's sort of like, you know, even as he's eating, his cheeks are still sort of hollowing out, and...
I've heard of cottonmouth, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah, his mouth, kind of like the edges of his mouth become the teeth. It looks fucked up.
Yeah, he looks kind of like a fleshy skeleton. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, like, I was like, I guess that is what a human is, but, like, more so, I guess.
They're calling me the fleshy skeleton.
Damn, isn't it fucked up that there's just a skeleton inside you all the time? Well...
Yeah. That's so spooky.
I know.
I'm scared now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh, no. I guess it would be scary to see it, because that means there's something wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can you imagine how fucked up it would be if you went to the doctor and they told you had a skeleton inside you?
No! Anything but that. It's so scary. Oh, and it's covered by viscera? Oh. This is the worst day of my life.
Bodies are fucked up.
So true. We cut to just some, like, tasty treats. Just, like, Ruli and her friends are just, like, snacking. They're just eating some, like, really... I'm just like, oh, I want all this food, please. Give it to me.
Yeah, they're eating a bunch of tasty little desserts. Ruli's got, like, a big bowl of candy-coated chocolates that she's munching on. You know, everyone else has got, like... cakes and various delights. And yeah, they're at like a dessert fest, like an all-you-can-eat dessert festival, I guess.
Seems like it. There's like gonna be another all-you-can-eat thing that they talk about later that like the boys will end up going to also, but
I think it's just like the thing is open for the weekend or whatever, and Ruli got tickets for 2 days, and the rest of the gang is going to be along tomorrow.
And Angoramon has a very cute mouth. I just want to say that because he's making a funny little cat face while he's like reading in the corner.
He's Banui.
He's a Banui.
So Ruli eats a crunchy one.
Yeah, it's a little stale or something. Very weird.
Yeah. She finds one with an unexpected texture, and it doesn't treat her well.
That's the worst.
So that's probably nothing. That probably won't come up later.
Yeah, they don't zoom in on the candy bowl after that happens or anything mysterious that. And they don't cut to her just like eating more food later. And Angoramon being like, aren't you stuffed from earlier?
Yeah, he's like, hey, you're still eating donuts over there. Did you messed up your metabolism? Did you even eat dinner? And she's like, yeah, I did. I'm just still hungry.
I'm like, damn. I mean, sometimes it be like that, but even the hungriest people I know like have a limit, you know?
Listen, Ruli's a teenager. She's probably just having a growth spurt. You know what it's like.
Yeah, so true. I think they even like talk about later she like ate food at like random parts of the night and stuff too. But yeah, she's not full. Very sad.
Yeah, and you know, they're at the dessert festival the next day, and you know, Ruli's talking about how hungry she is, and I think one of her friends, I think Aoi, is like, did you skip breakfast or something? And she's like, no, and then lists off like 7 different breakfast foods that she ate.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, damn girl.
Like, oh, this isn't a contest, really. Because, like, where is it going, also? She's not, like, getting any, like, weight on her, either. Not that you would necessarily after just a couple of days, but, like, you get bloated. I don't know.
Yeah, like she's definitely eating more than her, like, the physical capacity of her body should allow.
Yeah. And she's just, like, still skinny little Ruli. I don't know. But, yeah, she's so excited to go inside. I mean, they all are, but, like, it's funny. The, hero has to be like, yes, my AI hologram eats food. Yes, I have to get him a ticket. Yes, don't ask about it. Yes, I have 2 of them.
Yep, this is a hologram that eats. Don't worry, that's normal.
3 tickets, don't worry about it.
Yeah, Espimon is there too.
Yes.
They're eating the desserts.
Really just has a stack of plates though.
Yeah, like an improbable stack of plates. Like, once again, where is it all going?
Yeah, like, oh, she's like Goku, but like somehow worse. This is also not that type of show where you would necessarily see someone like eating rapidly like a Goku, you know?
Yeah. You know, no one's been cartoon hungry before. No one's been, you know, look at someone and you imagine them turning into a big, you know, roasted chicken or anything.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. The Shaggyfication of Ruli.
Yeah, oh no. Think about all the funny things Ruli would put in a big sandwich this episode. It's a shame that she didn't.
Damn it. Ugh. If only. But Ruli sees someone eating candy and is like, wow, I had a really hard one yesterday. Remember that for later.
Yeah. Gamamon's got a bowl of those same candy-coated chocolates.
Yeah.
And Gamamon's like, nope, texture's normal.
I thought maybe Gamamon would also end up eating something weird, too.
Mm.
Or, Espimon, who steals all the candy.
Yeah, Espimon is talking about how full he is, and then just steals Gamamon's bowl of chocolate while his back is turned. What a little asshole.
I'm like, well, they're brothers, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, their festival's over, and Ruli's friends go home, and everyone's about to split up, but then Ruli's like, actually, and then cut to them at a restaurant, and Ruli is still eating more food, just like, ordering entree after entree.
Yeah, after having like several stacks of like ridiculous plates, she's still going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like we see as she's eating, her cheeks are sort of hollowing out, like she's fucking getting sort of emaciated over there, even as she's eating just like piles of food. And then her mouth does the funny thing. Her lips turn into teeth.
Yeah, like they get all split like cartoon teeth, like the other guy did, and she's like imagining eating Gamamon, I guess.
Yeah, she's looking at Gamamon taking a little nap and thinking about how hungry she is, and Gamamon's tail is sort of twitching in his sleep, and she's like, that looks very appetizing. So then she tries to eat the boy.
She has like
everyone has to fucking pry her off of Gamamon, and like fucking Gamamon is like yelling about it the whole time. It's like, damn, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it's like kind of crazy that she's like strong enough to, because she looks so emaciated, she's still like strong enough to latch onto Gamamon.
Mm-hmm.
There's like dark circles under her eyes and stuff. And Angoramon has her in like a big grappling hug to be like, don't do that. Nope. That's no good. The first time I watched this episode, I was like, I think I have kind of a fear of being hungry slightly.
Yeah, like, scary to think about. Like, what if you couldn't get full, like, no matter how much you ate? Like, that's a fucked up thing to think about.
Yeah, that's...
Once again, like, Ghost Game getting inventive with, like, the types of horror it's hitting. So then cut to, I think, Hero's house. Like, Ruli is just, like, locked in the bedroom. Yeah, just, like, fucking yelling about how she needs food now.
Scratching at the door like a fucking animal. And Goramon's, like, outside her window, very worried.
Yeah, keeping an eye on her.
And she's just like, I can't wait, take me somewhere to eat. I can't wait for Kirishiro to bring back food. I'm gonna die. She might actually. She like, Hero, big mistake, opens the fucking door.
Yeah, because, like, he hears glass breaking, and he's like, oh, did she try to get out through the window? So he opens the door, and, like, no, the window's fine, like... And then Ruli just, like, fucking pushes past him and gets out the door.
Yeah, but he, like, grabs her back, and everyone's trying to grab onto her that's, like, around. But, like...
Ruli is, like, fucking chomping at Hero, trying to fucking bite him.
I was like,
like real goblin mode over here.
It's like, don't eat a person.
Yeah.
You get diseases. More diseases than usual. Espimon and Gamamon, like, they both grab her arms, but, like, her arms, like, go all wiggly. and like noodly.
Yeah, she gets stretchy arms.
Yeah, like which like surprises them enough to like for her to get out, but it's like why does stretchy arms come from you being hungry? I know that's not
Get Stretch Armstrong.
I guess. Ugh. But like as soon as they like get her down for like a second, or like she's like distracted, she like hears Kirishiro come in the door and she's just like goes after him.
Yeah, just fucking straight up tries to pounce on him, and like fucking Jellymon has to distract her by like fucking hucking a cup of ramen at her head, being like, "Hey, we have food, idiot! Don't eat my boyfriend."
Please don't eat Kirishiro.
Yeah.
She just starts like chowing down on whatever's in the bag. Still not enough. But like, instead of being like vicious about it, she just looks fucking sad.
Yeah.
And she's like,
having a tough time.
Help me. And passes out.
Yeah, fucking passes out from Hungy.
I'm like, oh. Me too. Oh. That's not good.
So then they finally take her to see Dr. Mummymon.
Yeah. He's like, I have no idea what's happening here. She is very weak right now, and
I don't know, looks pretty fucked up. Looks pretty fucked up to me, Chief.
Probably a Digimon, don't know which one though. We'll find out soon.
So then all the fucking lights in the hospital explode. And Ruli starts glowing and floating, you know.
Like you do.
Like you do when you're hungry.
She floats, her hair turns white.
Uh-huh.
And then something just starts coming out of her back.
Yeah. It's like a fucked up looking guy. It kind of has like a mask for a face with like 6 eyes, and its tummy is kind of a mouth with like the same sort of, you know, like appearance as like the people's flesh mouths that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Then
this dude is Quartzmon.
Yeah.
They're like, that's impossible. Why is Quartzmon coming out of her back? The fuck? Yeah. I like this guy's design is very Angel from Evangelion, like, especially like his later form that they show.
Yeah, it's also like a little bit Apocalypse.
Yeah.
But that's mainly with like the main body.
I guess Apocalypse's a little bit angel looking too.
Yeah. So the story with Quartzmon, actually, if we could take a brief detour, is that they're the final boss of Cross Wars, the Young Hunters Who Leapt Through Time. So like they're a Digimon that like has like a lot of time travel powers. And I think the name Quartzmon comes from like quartz being used in clocks.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, they're used in clocks, like old-timey clocks anyway. Like now it's all probably, I mean, now it's all electronic, but like even before that, it was mechanics. But yeah, I think quartz was one of the first like material they used. I don't know the whole story behind it. I'm not a clock expert, but
yeah, and Young Hunters actually ended with like a big crossover episode with, you know, all the protagonists from the different series like fucking traveling through dimensions and getting together to all fight this guy.
Yeah.
So kind of like a big important boss. Like once again, like we're seeing this guy, like we're seeing Millenniummon, and it's like, oh, that guy's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. And like when he comes out fully from Ruli, her like fucked up mouth shit disappears, but she's still extremely weak and has like no energy and like the gaunt face and stuff.
Yeah, hair still white, like it is when you're tired.
all the energy stored in the hair, apparently.
Yeah. That's the point of Samson, right?
Oh, yeah. Kind of, yes. Except instead of cutting it this time, they turn it white. The Quartzmon screams and flies out the window, and we start to see a ton of Quartzmons.
Yeah, a bunch of guys all floating towards one big guy. There's like a big orb in the sky that all the Quartzmon are flying into. And the big orb has a big eye on it. So you know it's probably evil if there's a big eye.
Yeah, that's like the weak spot, right?
And then it spits out just like a cloud of black particles, and like they start raining down, and Hiro sees, oh, it's like this little like marble-sized sphere. And he remembers Ruli talking about like a particularly hard candy, and it's like, oh, did she actually eat one of those?
Yucky.
Is that what happened?
I like that Hover Espimon's there for Hiro and Kirishiro to like ride on while their Digimon, like while the other two fight. It's just kind of funny to me. He's like, I'm here to be your transport.
Uh-huh.
The dude, he comes out of the big sphere.
Yeah. And he's talking about time. He says that time is treasure and that you shouldn't waste time. I think, like, implying that it would just be a waste of time to try and fight him, which is funny anime thing to say.
What is time?
Kyle XY voice.
What is time? Yeah, but they're like not having it. They're like, okay, well, fuck you, give my friend my energy back. Their energy back, rather. I like that his little, like, spikes move, because they're like, clock arms.
Yeah.
I was noticing. He's just, like, a really fun and kind of gross design at the same time. Like, he's very fleshy.
I do like the design, and also, yeah, like I said, the sort of Apoclymon influence. He still do kind of got this big orb for his body, and you know, also has like, you know, the sort of upper torso coming out of that in a way that, yeah, it does seem very like templated after Apoclymon. So
Yeah,
that's a fun little callback.
The Tesla Jellymon and Cow Scamamon go perfect. They get big, but not that big. Not yet. Anyway.
Yeah, and they fucking both punch this big orb and it does nothing. And Quartzmon says an interesting thing. Your clumsy use of time will have no effect on me. And I'm not sure if, like, they're saying that, oh, your moves suck, like, again, you're still wasting your time, or if they're saying, like, something else, like, kind of the first impression I got was, like, oh, is he, like, referring to their evolutions as, like, a form of time travel or something? Because the Digivice does sort of seem to have some, like, time powers. I'm not sure if that's, like, the actual implication, though.
Yeah. Well, it at least has a timer, even if it's not, like, time powers. It's still, like, you're wasting your timer.
Or maybe he's just referring to the fact that it's a watch. Who knows?
True. Or he's just like, I like time shit, so I'm gonna keep talking about time shit.
Yeah.
Hard to know. Hard to know.
If you got a gimmick, if you got a gimmick like that, you gotta commit to it.
So true. Sadismon and Canovicemon are like, at first they're like, you know, like they're having trouble, like you said, but they like start being like, oh, we should make it so this dude with like a billion hands coming out just like start wrapping around. himself. I
Yeah.
think he has 4 arms, but they're very stretchy. And so he's like, they're making it so they like follow them around and like tie him all up. And it's like, oh, cool. You tied him up into a ball. But it doesn't work.
Yeah, the tied up hands just sort of like merge together into like big hands and just fucking grab Kenovismon and Thetismon.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ruli is dying, so Angoramon's like, well, shit. Guess I gotta actively involve myself. So
guess I gotta bring Ruli with me to show Quartzmon how much trouble I'm in, I guess.
maybe if I show him this dying girl, he will take pity. Meanwhile, like, Quartzmon has made a bunch of new hands. They're, like, fucking trying to pry open Kenovismon and Thetismon's mouths.
It's
and
kind of
Angoramon
weird.
is, like, kind of weird, yeah.
They also get Hover Espimon at some point, too, I think. Or they, like, try to. But either way, they're like, hey, you guys gotta resist, because... Oh, well, actually, Angoramon says it, because he flies in, he's like...
Angoramon's like, hey, he's about to use his special attack. Maybe don't let that happen. He's gonna fucking shoot a blast inside you that's gonna explode.
Yeah, he's gonna put some, like, gunk in you. I don't know. They don't actually end up showing it, but he just describes it, and I'm like, oh, sounds bad. It's too bad that 2 of them are locked up in those big hands. Looks like they're screwed.
Oh, not for long, though, because fucking Kyoshiro and Hiro get, talking about how they're gonna save Ruli, and then they do the ultimate evolutions.
They go mega big mode. And, we see Siriusmon and, holy shit. Why do I keep forgetting her name? I love her evolution.
Amphimon?
Yeah, Amphimon. I think because I keep wanting to call her, like, Alphamon or something. But no, it's like Amphibimon.
Yeah.
Amphibimon and Siriusmon are out in full swing.
Yeah, they do a big fight. Siriusmon hits them with their big attack that leaves a fucking big, like, fucking cross-shaped slash on Quartzmon's orb.
Yeah, and, they, like, end up making it so, like, he starts to fall. Like...
And then, like, Quartzmon, like, goes, like, he's gonna still keep trying to fight back, but then Angoramon is like, hey, this girl's dying, please stop.
Yeah.
And then Quartzmon fucking does the Espimon reveal that he has a bunch of guys in his mouth.
Yeah.
He's like, but if I don't keep gathering all this life energy, then what am I gonna do about these babies?
Yeah.
I'm the parent of 5 million children, and I need to provide for them.
He has them not just in his mouth, his, like, big, like, stomach mouth, but, like, his big black orb is full to the brim with baby Digimon, and everyone's like, what the fuck is happening? As am I, because they're all so cute. I mean, that's kind of their whole thing, because they're just, like, round little baby.
Baby Digimon are good. All of them are just spheres, and it's different types of spheres, and it's good.
Yes, I'm like, perfect design. No notes, but, yeah, so Quartzmon made these clones to get, to help feed the babies, and, like, made it so humans got extremely hungry and just, like, gorged themselves on as much food as possible to have energy for these little tykes.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, yeah, I we all got, like, sent here. We didn't want to come here, but we all kind of got sent here at once, and, like, I want to protect my people. Like, you can understand that, right, Banui boy?
Yeah, Quartzmon, yeah, like, this was a good reveal to me, because I was like, damn, Quartzmon being so evil in this one. They're like fucking turning an entire city of people into like fucked up hungry monsters that eat their friends, and then it's like, no, they were just providing for babies because these fucking babies got stranded in a hostile world. And I'm like, okay, yeah.
He's like, I don't really...
You got me there.
I don't know how to do this any more efficiently, so I'm going to make clones of myself.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, you could have just, like, stolen a bunch of food, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I guess you probably would have been stopped anyway, but it seems less extreme.
Yeah.
Like, but I think he just needed to do something, like, fast. And, like, fair enough.
Uh-huh. Yeah. He's got a lot of babies is the thing.
There's so many, like...
Yeah, trying to, like, fucking steal enough food, like, individually for all those babies. Like, just the fucking sheer volume of little guys makes, like, a lot of, like, potential strategies for feeding them kind of implausible.
How many, like... I mean, when you said 5 million, that's probably pretty close. But... there's
definitely like numbering in the thousands at least.
At least, yeah. Angoramon's like, okay, fuck, I want to help these babies, but I also don't want my friend to die. I don't want the humans to die either.
Yeah, you can't steal human life energy about it. And
Ruli's like, I get it. It sucks to be really hungry. And I'm like, no, she knows. She knows what starvation feels like now. That sucks.
That's fucked up.
And she's like, yeah, I don't want these babies to starve. And then she kind of passes out again because she's still very tired.
Yeah, and then, you know, everyone is like, hey, it's fine. You don't have to do it all on your own. We can help you. And Thedismon is like, yeah, don't worry about it. I have a farm now that can feed everyone.
Yeah, what the fuck? When did this happen?
Get a bunch of cats really fucking turned.
I'm like, when did this happen? Hello?
It happened in the Bastmon episode. Oh, remember when Jellymon used her farm to get all those cats turned?
I just don't remember her being like, yes, I have a farm now, like, fully. Like, yes, this is my farm. Yes, you can have food from there. It's not just, like, the silver...
yeah.
Whatever it's called. But it's just, like, very funny. Like, damn. She's on it. Her business womanhood really worked out.
She's on her grind.
Girl boss, that's the word I was looking for. I was like, businesswomanhood, okay. that's one way of putting it, I guess.
She's on her girl boss grind is the thing. So then all the clones go and return the energy to the humans they stole it from. Ruli goes back to normal and she coughs up the little orb that she ate earlier. Which goes back to
it sprouts little funny legs and like goes back to Quartzmon.
And then Angoramon gives the line, happiness isn't being full, but being 80% full.
And I'm like, no, I want to be full.
Yeah, you know, like maybe not all the time, but you know, it is nice to feel just like stuffed once in a while, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I just ate a really big meal. I'm gonna go lie down for 3 hours.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. People make whole holidays out of that shit, so...
Yeah. So then Clockmon's just, like, out staring at the city, and hey, there's Digimon fucking everywhere.
There's so many. Like, we've had Digimon come in, obviously, over this whole series, but there's just, like... groups of them, and Clockmon's like, where are they all coming from, and what can we do with all of them?
Mm-hmm.
And he like rides on Angoramon to go talk to the kids who are still up with Quartzmon, and Jellymon's like, dude, we did this already. Go home.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, you're late to the party. We already won. We already convinced the guy to stop creating body horror monsters.
Clockmon's like, no. There's something else.
This is something else. We got a new thing to deal with.
There's so many Mons, and I don't know where they're coming from.
No, he says that apparently someone is telling all the Digimon to flee to the human world en masse.
Oh, I wonder who that is. Very mysterious that we see when he's talking about that. Just, a black spot on Gamamon's back.
Yeah,
interesting.
It's fine. It's normal.
It covers up again, though, so it's fine. That's not related, probably, to all the Digimon coming.
Yeah, and, Hiro remembers Kuzuhamon and Lilithmon, talking about, the person sending the Digimon to the human world. And so he's just thinking about it, and that's where the episode ends.
Yeah, Clockmon's like, what do you know? And then, it ends. It's very interesting, and it doesn't fully get... It doesn't really get answered next episode, but we sure have a lot of other things that we're asking now.
Oh yeah, next episode things are happening. Next episode we're gonna have a lot more questions at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't watch next time, ahead of time, but I'm also like, it's kind of a cliffhanger. I don't know.
I want to know what happens.
Me too. I forgot to say this when it actually happened, but I liked that when they went perfect, they played the music for when they do perfect evolutions, and then they played the music for when they do ultimate. It was just fun. It felt very this is some kind of final boss with some music in it.
Yeah.
We definitely feel like we're in some kind of end stages, whether it fully ends now or it's something else. Who knows? But they're definitely playing up the we keep seeing these big boss guys for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely feels that way. Definitely feels like we're really ramping up for the end game.
The end Ghost Game.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think other than that, that's episode.
That's episode. We're definitely gonna have a lot to talk about next week. I'm really looking forward to that.
Me too.
And yeah, probably the whole rest of the series from here on out. Once again, we're coming very close to the end. We've only got a few weeks left.
Hopefully Elvira will be able to talk about it, because I know they were excited about the next episode.
Speaking of Elvira, let's do our plugs.
Yeah.
I know you can find Elvira on Twitter at Eruviru. Might be the same name on TikTok. I don't know. You can find their TikTok linked in the show notes. I forget the exact username for it.
I think it might also be Eruviru, but...
It might also be Eruviru. Yeah, what about you, Morg?
You can find me at Haunting the Morgue on Tumblr and Twitter. You can find me at Gengar on co-host. You can find me on my other podcasts, Forward ReZero, a ReZero Watch podcast, and The Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast.
You can find me on For Affinity with the username Space Robot. I'm drawing art, I'm doing commissions. If you got any funny OCs that you want to see a picture of, hit me up. You can get in touch with me over Discord if you know me there, or on my email address, spacerobotarts@gmail.com. I'm also on the podcast We Rate Queerbait. where we talk about all the fictional queer couples that should have been canon. Our episode of App Monsters is coming out very soon, very shortly, so get hyped for that.
That'll be an interesting episode.
Yeah, that was a very fun one to record. But I think the next one we're releasing in a few days is going to be on Sabiku Ibisco.
I don't know.
So that's gonna be a good time. Also on an upcoming audio drama pilot, which you will probably be hearing news on in the next few months. Very much looking forward to that one. That's something I'm very excited about.
Wow, I'm extremely glad if you were gonna catch COVID, that you caught it after doing that, because I just realized how fucking awful it would have been to record.
Yeah, for real.
Die.
I would have just been like, hey, yeah, can I reschedule all my can I reschedule my scene for a month from now? When my voice is back to normal.
Jeez.
So that's all for me. You can find this podcast on Twitter at DigiGhostGaze, on Tumblr at DigimonGhostGaze.tumblr.com. You can find our Discord linked in the show notes, where you can go and do all sorts of fun stuff, like join our Tokusatsu Monday streams, or my Friday art streams where I draw funny characters. I drew just a really troubling new design for my Fellowship character, and we all had fun saying cursed things about it.
It's a great design, but she has a very nude energy.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
All of our characters are kind of clothes optional, but hers is especially very nude energy.
Yeah. So yeah, just join the Discord, even if you just want to go lurk. It's a fun place.
Yeah.
So this podcast is part of the Noisespace.xyz network. You can go to noisespace.xyz and find all sorts of neat shows.
Yeah, Dr. Huh. And also Kyle XY, since I made a reference to it.
Yeah.
Both by the same pair of brothers.
Also, Wow Cool Robot is just about to start its coverage of War in the Pocket, so I hear that's a good little OVA, and I'm looking forward to the coverage of it.
I wonder what they're gonna do after that one.
Yeah, I know War in the Pocket is just a new OVA, so I'm pretty sure it's a little shorter. So they'll probably be starting up something new pretty shortly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just started kind of actually catching up on Wow Cool Robot, so it's funny that you mentioned that one. There's so many more. There's just a ton of stuff there, and I feel like there's always more.
Yeah.
And including my podcasts, but on Sonic Shuffle we do an alphabetical shout out thing, so you can just listen to that and then get some examples at the end there.
Yeah, why bother going to noisespace.xyz when you could simply listen to all the episodes of Sonic Shuffle and get, one show recommendation a week at a time?
Yeah, that's smart, right? That's a good use of your time.
Yeah, that's an efficient use of your time, especially if you like Sonic lore.
Yeah, so true.
All right, then. So I think that about does it for us. So until next time, all you poltergeist, ghouls, and non-drunaries,
Digimon is for the gays.
Goodbye, darlings.
Goodbye.